Successful investing is really easy to understand at madaling gawin. We just need to follow 3 principles to succeed. These 3 principles are time, consistency, and compounding. Yan ang ating pag-uusapan sa episode na ito ng OFW Power. Hello everyone, my name is Fermin. Sa video na ito, let us explore how time, consistency, and compound interest works in our favor para maisiguro natin ang ating retirement. Let us start this discussion with a true story. Back in February 2005, sa Florida sa US, sa isang informal dinner na sinalihan ni John Bogle, ang founder and CEO of the Vanguard Group, one of the biggest mutual fund companies in the world, siya ay nakatanggap ng sulat mula sa isang investor sa Vanguard. Sa liham na ito ng Vanguard investor, sinabi niya kay John Bogle na umabot sa $1,250,000 ang accumulated savings niya. Ngunit narito po ang nakakagulat, sapagkat hindi man lang umabot o lumampas sa $25,000 ang kanyang sahod sa isang taon. Ang ibig sabihin, hindi lumagpas sa around $2,000 ang kanyang sahod buwan-buwan. Kung tutuusin po, ang $2,000 na sahod monthly sa US ay hindi po malaki. To give you a little bit of perspective, ang median income po ng US in the year 1970 adjusted to 2018 value ay $50,545 per year at ang median income naman noong 2005 adjusted pa rin to 2018 value ay $59,712. Kapag sinabing median income, ito ang annual income ng mga empleyado na kinuhanan ng statistical data batay sa survey. 50% ng mga empleyado nasa itaas ng median income at 50% naman ng natirang empleyado ay nasa baba ng median income. Tandaan natin, hindi po lumampas sa $25,000 ang annual income ng taong sumulat kay John Bogle. Kaya masasabi natin po na below the median income ang kaniyang sahod. Paano kaya niya magawang makapag-ipon ng $1,250,000? Posible kaya ito? Paano nangyari ito? Baka naman nanalo o nagmana siya ng malaking halaga o di kaya baka naman napakagaling niya sa pagpili ng stocks na bibilhin kaya umabot ng ganun kalaki ang kanyang investment. Alam niyo kung bakit siya nakaipon ng ganun kalaking halaga sa kabila ng hindi naman kalakihan ng kanyang sahod? Ang sagot, sapagkat siya ay consistent sa pag-iipon at pag-i-invest sa mahabang panahon and with the power of compounding, umabot sa $1,250,000 ang kabuuan ng kanyang naipon. If we calculate backwards using an 8.5% return as a proxy for the stock market, kailangan lang niyang mag-ipon ng approximately $550 per month, approximately 30% of his income. He never sold his shares. Bili lang siya ng bili ng shares sa Vanguard Mutual Fund. The total value would grow to approximately $1,250,000 by 2005. Ang kanyang total investment ay nasa around $231,000 lang po. Hindi pa nangalahati sa tubo ng kaniyang investment. Huwag po nating ipagkamali na iniendorso natin ang isang specific company sa ating example na ito. Ang gusto po nating bigyan ng diin sa ating tinatalakay ay una, ang proseso kung bakit nagawa ng investor na ito na makapag-ipon ng ganung kalaking halaga sa kabila ng katotohanan na hindi naman ganun kalaki ang kanyang sinasahod. Pangalawa, at pinaka-take away po natin sa video na ito ay kung nagawa po niya ito, magagawa rin po natin ito. May 3 fundamental principles po ang isang successful investment. Ito ay ang time, consistency, at ang compounding. Principle number 1 for a successful investment is time. Kung mayroon mang nag-iisang factor that is most important to grow your money, that is time. Mas mahaba ang panahon, mas malaki ang itutubo ng iyong pera o investment. Kaya pagdating sa investment, huwag magpatumpik-tumpik. Magsimula ka agad and do not wait for tomorrow. Bawat sandali, oras o araw na ipinagpapaliban mo sa pag-iipon, sinasayang mo ang pagkakataon na lumaki ang iyong pera. Narito po ang isang powerful example para ipakita ang kahalagahan ng time factor pagdating sa investment. May 2 magkaibigan, si John at Michael. parehong 30 years old. Si John ay nagsimulang mag-invest on his 30th birthday, ngunit si Michael ay nagsimula sa kanyang investment on his 40th birthday, 10 years after nagsimula si John. Both John and Michael will retire at age 65. Si John nag-i-invest ng 10,000 pesos every year for 10 years, starting at age 30 until age 40. Total contribution ni John ay 100,000 pesos. 10,000 pesos per year times 10 years equals 100,000 pesos. Wala na siyang idinagdag sa kanyang investment at naghihintay na lang na kunin ang kanyang pera until retirement at age 65. Si Michael naman ay nag-i-invest din ng 10,000 pesos every year for 25 years. Michael started when he was 40 years old and nag-stop siyang mag-invest until age 65 nung siya ay nag-retire na. Kaya ang total investment ni Michael ay 250,000 pesos. 10,000 pesos per year times 25 years equals 250,000 pesos. Let us assume na ang annualized return ng investments ni John at Michael ay parehong 8.5%. Ito ang conservative long-term compounded annualized return ng stock market. Ang tanong, sino sa tingin ninyo ang mas malaking total accumulated investment amount when both John and Michael reached retirement at age 65? Bago tayo magpatuloy, baka itatanong ninyo, bakit stock market? Bakit 8.5% annualized return? Di po ba hindi guaranteed ang return ng stock market? To answer these questions, ang stock market will be able to give you the most optimal investment in the long term, 10 years pataas. Historically, in the very long term, stocks averaged a compounded annual return of around 7% adjusted for inflation. This is for the more than 100-year history of the US stock market using the S&P 500 index as proxy. For Philippines, I think it's around 10% for the last 30 years. Yes, the stock market goes up and down, and it can even crash like what happened back in 2000 and 2008. But the market will always goes up. That's just the nature of the stock market, unless it's the end of the world. So, in our example, we will just use 8.5% to be conservative. Balikan natin ang ating tanong. Sino sa tingin ninyo ang may mas malaking total accumulated investment amount when both John and Michael reached retirement at age 65? Si John na nagsimulang mag-invest noong siya ay 30 years old at may total contribution ng 100,000 pesos? Or si Michael na nagsimulang mag-invest noong siya ay 40 years old at may total contribution na 250,000 pesos? Ang sagot, si John ang may mas malaking ipon at age 65 years old. Ang total accumulated value ng investment ni John ay umabot sa approximately 1,140,000 pesos. Ngunit ang kay Michael ay umabot lang sa approximately 786,700 pesos. Bakit mas mataas ang total accumulated investment ni John despite the fact that he only invested a total amount of 100,000 pesos, whereas si Michael, ang total investment amount niya ay 250,000 pesos? John has the time advantage. He started 10 years earlier than Michael. Kaya mas mahaba ang kanyang panahon to let his money grow and compound kumpara kay Michael. Principle number 2 for a successful investment is consistency. Para sa akin, ang pagiging consistent ay madaling intindihin, ngunit napakahirap gagawin. Consistency means putting your money on your investment basket regardless of market or economic condition. Consistency means you will follow through your plan to deposit consistent amount sa inyong long-term investment, no matter what happens. Consistency is critical to grow your money. Kung natandaan pa po ninyo ang taong sumulat kay John Bogle, he just keep on buying the Vanguard Mutual Fund and he never sold. He never panicked when the market went down. Aaminin ko na madalas hindi ako nagiging consistent. Human as we are overcome by our emotions, lalo na sa pagdating sa pera. Halimbawa, before I buy shares of the index fund, madalas hinihintay ko muna na bababa ang price nito. Napag-alaman ko na this is not a good strategy. Timing the market has been proven to be not a good strategy for a successful investing. Consistency means putting money on your investment basket regularly, regardless of the market and economic conditions. Principle number 3 for a successful investment is compounding. Ang power of compounding ang sekreto na nagpapalaki sa inyong investment. Ang konsepto ng compound interest ay madaling intindihin. To summarize, compound means na hindi lang ang iyong capital ang tutubo ng interest, kundi pati ang interest ng iyong capital ay tutubo rin ng interest. Kaya halimbawa, nag-ipon ka ng 10,000 pesos one-time investment. If your investment grows at 10% compound interest annually, magkano na ang value nito at the end of 5 years? Sa simula, mayroon kayong 10,000 pesos. At the end of the first year, tutubo ang iyong principal na 10,000 pesos ng 10%. Kaya ang iyong interest income ay 1,000 pesos. 10,000 pesos times 10%. At the end of year 1, ang inyong total savings ay 11,000 pesos. Sa year 2, medyo may konting trick sa calculation sapagkat ang inyong principal ay hindi na 10,000 pesos, kundi 11,000 pesos na. Kaya at the end of year 2, tutubo ang inyong principal na 11,000 pesos ng 10%. Kaya ang inyong interest income ay 1,100 pesos. 11,000 pesos times 10%. At the end of year 2, ang inyong total savings ay 11,000 pesos plus interest on principal na 1,100, total 12,100. Dito nakita natin na hindi lang ang principal ang tumubo, kundi pati ang tubo ng principal ay tumubo din. Kaya kung ipagpapatuloy natin ang calculation to year 3, year 4, and year 5, at the end of year 5, ang inyong accumulated savings ay aabot sa 16,105.10 pesos. Kaya kung balikan natin ang investor na sumulat kay John Bogle, he kept buying the Vanguard Mutual Fund consistently and for a very long time, 35 years. With a modest amount, maliit lang na amount, he was able to accumulate 1,250,000 by year 2005. There you go, guys. To succeed in investing, time, consistency are critical. And with the power of compounding, halos masisiguro natin ang ating successful retirement. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. If you have questions or comments, let us know in the comment section below. My name is Fermin. Until next time, maraming salamat po.